Hi, this is Rena from thecheesethief.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this awesome design called Budding Friendship, and this is by AI Loves to Loom, or I Loves to Loom on Instagram, and she also has a YouTube page, so I'll link both of those things below. But this is a really cool thin bracelet, and it only uses 2 pegs of my pencil loom, but if you want to do a hook only tutorial, she has one out there, so I'll link that below too. So let's get started. So I'm going to line up my bands in this color scheme, white, purple, white, purple, white, purple. And I'd highly recommend that you use the same color scheme because it'll make the tutorial a lot easier. Once you get comfortable with the design, you can change it to whatever color scheme you want. And I'm using 2 pegs of my pencil loom. There's a tutorial out there on how to make this, but you can use your finger loom, monster tail, rainbow loom, or anything that has 2 pegs. One other thing is I also labeled my left peg white, and this is just to help the tutorial and makes it a lot easier to follow because the colors do get quite confusing. And I know I'm talking a lot, but I wanted to also bring up that these are limited edition rainbow loom bands that I purchased on rainbowloom.com because I do get that question a lot. These are rounded bands that are really great for doing any rainbow loom patterns. So I'm going to pick my white band and place it on a figure 8 like so. Now I'm going to take my purple band and my white band and place it on top. Now I'm going to take my white band and see it says white over here, so I always pull up this white band up like that. And this first step doesn't really make a difference, but it kind of sets the stage. So I'm going to take this white band and pull it onto the right side, and then pull this white band up like that. It's not really doing anything, but that's the step that you're going to have to do for every one of these patterns. So just wanted to set the stage, and then I'm going to put my white band back. Now I'm going to take my purple band, place it on top. And now with this purple band, this is kind of beginning what you're going to do for every single pattern. Since this is white, since this peg is white, this peg is purple. And you always pull, if you have a purple band on top, you're always going to pull a purple band up. So I'm going to pull this purple band up, but I'm going to invert it first. So I'm going to pull this white band down and invert this purple band up like so. Now I'm going to take this purple band and pull it onto the left side like so. And anytime you're working with purple, you're always going to be working with purple. And now I'm going to pull this purple band up and over like that. And then I'm going to pull this purple band back onto the peg that's labeled purple. Okay, so I know it's a little confusing, so let's do it again. I'm going to put a white band on top. Now, every time you put a white band on top, you're going to pull up a white band from the side, this peg that says white. So I'm going to pull up this white band, but I want to invert it. So I'm going to take this purple band down, invert this white band like so, pull this white band onto the right side, pull up this bottom white band up and over, and I'm going to pull my white band back onto the left peg where the white was. So if you notice, I worked in all whites in that pattern. Now I'm going to work in all purples. So I'm going to take my purple band, place it on top. This is my purple peg, this peg. I'm going to pull up the purple band, but doing an inverted stuff. So I'm going to pull this up, inverted. Pulled up my purple band, inverted. Pull this purple band onto the left peg and pull this purple band across like that. And then pull my purple band back onto the purple peg, which would be this peg. So hopefully you're catching on a little. Do it a few more times. White band on top, which means I'm going to work on my white peg. And that means I'm going to take this white band, invert it, pull it up and over, pull my white band onto the right side, and then pull this white band up and across, and then pull my top white band back onto the white peg. Purple band on top. So purple band means I'm going to pull from this peg. Inverted. First step is always inverted. Pull your purple band onto the left peg. Pull up this purple band, just like that. And then pull your purple band back onto that peg. White band. So, and the reason why I labeled it is because this is the white band. It gets confusing when you look at it. Like, how do you know which band to pull up as your first step? So you always pull it up from the white band, and you're always going to invert it. So pull it up, and then you pull this white band, and you're always going like this motion. I don't know if that makes sense. And now you're going to pull this one up and over, and then this white band back. So I put a purple band on, and I'll look at it and say, which purple band do I pull up? It's the purple peg band. So, and it's inverted. So you pull your purple peg band up. You're going to go to the left, and then you're going to pull this to the right, and then you move it to the right. Let's do it one more time, and I'll keep going and finish the bracelet. So I put my white band on top, so that's my white peg. So I'm going to pull my invert the purple and the white, pull the white to the right side, and then pull up my white band, and then pull the white band back. Last time, purple band on top, purple peg, right? So that means I pull this one up, but I have to invert it. So inverting means just you pull your white one down and your purple one up. Purple band onto the left side, and then you pull this one up and over. So I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to end this bracelet. Okay, so I'm at about a stopping point, and just to end the bracelet, I'm just going to put a purple band on top, because that would be the next logical band. Pull up all the sides and clip it. So let's take a look at this bracelet. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please visit me at thecheesethief.com for more tutorials like this. Also, to be sure to check out AI Loves to Loom on Instagram. If you happen to make this design and you're on Instagram, be sure to tag me. My username is The Cheese Thief, and AI Loves to Loom. Thanks. Bye now.